At the time of the study, the average CEO was paid about 20 times his typical worker salary. Now, averages hit between 200 and 300, with some outliers approaching 2,000. Thanks, McKinsey.
They're management consultants. Since they were founded in the 1920s, they've been working with management. There is no equivalent McKinsey, for labor.
When it comes to labor, they've got one MO.
Layoffs.
Of course.
If they're not laying people off, they're making other cuts and recommendations that totally hurt workers.
Obviously. I mean, this is what I call MBA thinking, spreadsheet thinking, bean counter thinking. So let's say that you have a product, right? And it's really popular, it's successful. And this is probably something that you've seen. A new company comes out of nowhere and they offer some product and it's really high quality and it's a good price. And everybody flocks to this new company and they can't keep up. There's so much demand for their product because it's such a good value. It's such a high quality item. Everybody wants that shit and they run for it, right? Then what happens? The bean counters come in. After a few years, the company grows. It gets to a relatively mature level of growth in the business. And then the profits aren't increasing as fast as anymore because, well, I mean, you've fully saturated the market, right? There's only so many new insulated cups you can sell or whatever the widget is. It gets to a mature level of demand. There's so many restaurants you could open or products you can make. And you have a very nice, solid little profitable company that makes a 9-10% return on the money every year, or 20% or 30%. It prints money, but as far as its prospects for continued growth, it's not really there. And in American capitalism, if you ain't growing, you ain't shit. So what do these companies reach for? They reach for these McKinsey consultants. And this is how they function within the economy. They come in and they look at these management level tools and they go, okay, well, it seems that you're spending 25 cents on every widget on the materials. Well, what if we change the material you were using from this material to a cheaper alternative? That goes from 25 cents per widget to 20 cents per widget. Wow, I just made a 25% reduction in costs. And the company implements that policy. They use the alternative material. They start selling the product. Here's the problem. When the company was first successful, they knew about that alternative material and they didn't use it because it was shit. It was less durable. It was lower quality. It was just a worse product. And they wanted to have a good product that people wanted, not a shit product. But the company brand name has a reputation. And the information that it's now an inferior product doesn't trickle through the market yet. It takes a little bit of time. For a while, before people get wise to the product now being shit, it keeps selling and the profits are up. But then people start realizing, oh man, the new version of this product sucks. And the demand starts to fall off because the price didn't go down, but the cost went down and the new product is shittier. And so people stop buying it. And then the company starts to fucking decline. Then it starts to become shittier and shittier and shittier and shittier because the product sucks now. But for a while the consultant was there was that period of time between when they make the change that ruins the product and everybody in the market realizing the product has been ruined and stop buying it, where the profits increase for a while. And it seems like they've got growth. And that is how McKinsey operates. This is just one example of the many things they do. They also fire a bunch of people. We could get into why that hurts companies in the long run. They cut down an investment in R&D. If you spend less money on R&D, that means you have more profit per widget. But you now don't have a new pipeline of new products to introduce in the future. So you would mortgage the company long-term in exchange for short-term profits. And if you're an executive, the way compensation is structured in the US, it's often quarterly performance. So if you can mortgage the future for today, that's good for your stock options. And that's why American companies blow. That's why American products suck. Because we have this McKinsey culture.